Cultural diversity played out. The Games aim to instill national pride and remind the youth of their ancestral footprint. Young men battled it out at the Kho-kho national tournament, a game that has its origin from India. It is a 14-minute running game with 2 teams of 9 players each. There is a running team and a chasing team.
Each time they touch a runner, of course they will be considered out, and they go back to the entry line and they form a queue until 7 minutes. The more catches are being made, the more points you get. While the chasing team, every foul they make, we minus half a mark.
Jukskei is a more diverse game that requires excellent throwing and precision skills. South Africa is already competing on international level against America, Namibia and Zimbabwe and need 5 continents for Olympic admission.
The aim of the game is to get to 23 points, and to get to the 23 points you need to knock over the peg, which counts 3 points each, and the team that's the closest to the peg each gets 1 point for that lie that's the closest to the peg. So at the end of the time the 2 teams play against one another, and each time a peg is knocked over it cancels the other peg of the other team, and then you need to get to the 23 points to get the set.
Contestants put up a fierce fight in a game of Intonga, or rather stick fighting. 2 sticks are used, a long stick for attacking and a shorter stick for defending. It origins from Zulu and Xhosa traditions.
The stick fighting is still relevant and it's still important for us to play it, to remind our youngsters, our children about our Indigenous Games, and not to forget about our traditions and customs.
Using a board made of wood with 214 junctions, circles or holes, this indigenous board game Morabaraba kept many players focused. It requires 2 players at a time, and each player gets 12 different colored tokens or stones, which are known as cows. Ncuva is another board game in which 2 to 12 players can play at a time. Most girls enjoyed Diketo, a game of coordination in which each player gets 10 small stones or marbles and 1 big stone. Only 2 players can play at a time. Government wants more indigenous games to be promoted to national and international level.
In Italy, they call Morabaraba something. They also play the way we played. So very soon, I say, we must then also ask the Olympic committees to say, can they go into the Olympic space? Can they also go into the Commonwealth Games, so that then Africa can also export its own? Look at Kgati today and wrestling. They started in Japan and China, but they are part of the Olympics, they are part of the Commonwealth, they are part of the international games. Why not African games too?
It's important that we teach our children to take pride in their heritage, that we as a government go out there in all corners of the country and ensure that we grow the games and the popularity of the games. What we see here is the product of, from provincial level and district level and provinces, culminating into 9 provincial teams being selected in all 9 codes, representing here at this festivity, which runs to a close on Heritage Day.
Kgati is a rope jumping game in which several teammates jump over the rope either one by one or simultaneously. Drie Stokkies is a jumping game comprising of 2 teams of 5 players each. Players then leap over each stick several times at different levels and winning points. The Indigenous Games tournament was launched in 2001. The winning team in each code pockets 5,000 rand for each member, the runner-up 3,000 rand, and third place wins 2,500 rand. Patricia Fasagi, SABC News, Pretoria.